Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today, or joining me today together. We're going to go over Local Hack Day, what y'all can expect for this upcoming season as far as Local Hack Day goes, some best practices, and just have a nice discussion regarding Local Hack Day. So I really want this to be open. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and if I miss anything, feel free to let me know. By the way, I'm Velizar. I am one of the folks that's helping lead the Local Hack Day effort this season. So any questions y'all have, any problems, any issues, come on in. Feel free to ask. So let's get started here. So historically, Local Hack Day has been held in December. It's a 12-hour style hackathon, and for the most part, it's just been once per year. In 2018, we had the biggest Local Hack Day ever, 250 plus events with 1,500 organizers, which is incredible. I remember back in the day, it was nowhere even that close, I believe, since my first Local Hack Day, so it's really awesome. 40 countries, 10,000 plus people, and according to our stats, we gave away 135,000 stickers last year. Local Hack Day, come on in. So, first off, why Local Hack Day? A lot of folks ask, like, what is Local Hack Day and why should I organize one? Why should I attend one? Well, Local Hack Day is made to introduce new hackers, new organizers to the community. It is one of the best ways to get new folks onboarded into your community, into your local community, either as an attendee or even an organizer. So it's a lot easier to attend, a lot easier to organize since it's 12 hours and it's free, and you're always focused on learning during the event. So, like I mentioned, great way to organize. If you haven't organized a Local Hack Day, it's the best way to get started, and it's super easy as well. Finally, 12 hours long, easy to organize. I'm repeating myself, but that's all right. So this year, for the 2019-2020 season, we are having 3 separate Local Hack Day events, and they're broken down into Local Hack Day Learn, Local Hack Day Build, and Local Hack Day Share. Local Hack Day Learn is going to be the first set of events on October 12th, so almost a month and a half, 2 months out. It is going to be focused on a developer conference. So you as organizers can put together a day of workshops for your attendees. Now these workshops can be focused on our localhost modules, so things like learning how to use Twilio, AWS, coding in C#, and right around 25 to 30 different workshops. You also have the option to implement your own workshops as well. So if you have like a really specific skill or language that you want to teach folks, you can definitely implement it as part of your offering throughout the day. We do recommend at least 3 workshops to be ran throughout the day, each being 90 minutes long, but you can have multiple tracks if you choose to do so, where you can have 2 different workshops running at the same time, so there's more choice for the attendees. Next up is going to be Local Hack Day Build. It will be in December 2019. And just like previous Local Hack Days, this will be a 12-hour hackathon. Workshops and different types of activities like cup stacking and things like that will definitely be included, but the main premise of the event will be hacking. And just like previous Local Hack Days, folks will get together, they'll build cool stuff and show it all off.
So this is kind of like you do this at your own university, you like put it on your own university, and it's part of like the bigger like group while everyone does it on the same day?
Yes. So what I forgot to mention is each of these events, so in October, in December, and then the final event will be in April 2020, you have the option to do it on that day Or if, let's say, you aren't able to do it on that day, your school's on vacation, or there's exams, any type of issues like that, you can choose to do it the week before that date or the week after, anytime throughout that week. You can also choose to do it specifically for Local Hack Day Learn. You can choose to spread it out over multiple days. So instead of having 3 or 6 workshops in one day, you can choose to do it where each day you'll organize a local host workshop, 90 minutes apiece, and have folks come back each and every day. So it's entirely up to you, and you have that freedom to choose. Yeah. Local Hack Day Share will be the final event of the series, and that will be in April of 2020. And it will be a demo day. Everybody in the community will get together. They'll get a chance to finish up any projects that they've been working on that they're really proud of, and put the finishing touches on the projects, curate their portfolios, and show them off to everybody. You know, at the end of the day, when we make something at a hackathon, at a local hack day, even if it's just a class project or personal project, we really want to show it off, you know. So this is a great way to be able to get everybody together in your community right before the school year ends, and share what you've made throughout the season. So, real quick about Local Hack Day Learn, quick pointers. Finding a venue. A lot of folks this weekend have asked, how do I find a venue, especially first-time Local Hack Day organizers? So venues can be anything from classrooms to gymnasiums or even offices. And usually they're free. You know, you can ask your school, or if you have a sponsor that's willing to give up their office, you can definitely ask to use that location. Now, in that venue, there's a couple simple things you want to remember. You want to have internet, a place to power your devices, a projector and screen so you can show off you know, slides and things like that, tables and chairs, and finally restrooms. Next up is sponsors. A lot of folks have asked me about sponsorship for Local Hack Day, and you can choose to get sponsors. Local Hack Day is entirely free to organize, and all you really need is a venue at the end of the day. But you can have financial sponsors, you can have sponsors that do in-kind sponsorship. So for instance, if you get Sticker Mule to be a sponsor, you'll get in-kind stickers for free, let's say, or at a discount. You can also have a venue sponsor as well that is willing to give up their space for the day to host that event. And this can be local companies, local startups. You know, you just gotta get out there and find them. There's plenty of options. Yes?
What does MLH give or provide for local hack day stuff? Like?
Yeah, so for each event, we provide the structure of the event so you're able to organize and put the event on. And additionally, we send every event organizer a box of swag and stickers and items that you can distribute to your attendees as well. So we're there with you every step of the way. Whenever you need help, whenever you have questions, you can hit us up and let us know. And it'll probably be me that responds back. Yes?
So now that Local Hack Day is split up into 3 different days across the year, across the season, do you have to run all 3 events to be considered a complete Local Hack Day?
Great question. Do you have to run all 3 events to be considered a Local Hack Day? You have the option to choose which events you want to run. So if you want to run all 3, by all means, do it. If you want to run a Local Hack Day Learn and a Local Hack Day Build event, but you don't have time to run Local Hack Day Share, that's perfectly fine. It's up to you, and it's your choice which ones you want to run. Hi there. Yes?
So they're all 3 12-hour events, correct?
Yes, so all 3 events can be up to 12 hours. If you feel that you can compress the content of a Local Hack Day Learn event, let's say, down to 8 hours, you can definitely do it shorter. The one thing to keep in mind is workshops tend to last around 90 minutes each. And you want to make sure also to have breaks in between for food, to use the restrooms, and just stretch your legs and things like that.
So the first one is basically mainly focused on like workshops and something where people can learn.
Yes.
The second one is just building like just a regular kind of hackathon.
Yes.
The third one is mainly just kind of demos, right?
Yes. So yeah, like you said, the first one will be focused on that conference style event, which may need to be longer because of the longer workshops. The second one usually is traditionally 12 hours. And the final one, you can definitely make it shorter if you'd like. It's entirely up to you. And if there are any issues, or we review all applications, so if we see that it's a shorter time frame, then let's say you pick 6 different workshops to run throughout the day, and it's a shorter time frame, we may make the recommendation to extend it. Yes. No, it's all right.
Because they're all spaced out so much, do we encourage students to only work on their projects during those days, or are they encouraged to work on them in between them as well, between the, what was it, the middle one and then the
Right.
build and share?
Right. Yeah. So since they're spaced out, you can encourage folks to work on them, beyond the event, before the event, or if folks want to come in and work on it, work on their idea, their project during that day, they can definitely do that as well. It's entirely up to you, and really, you have the freedom to run it however you want. And at the end of the day, it's more about learning and just learning new stuff, meeting cool new people, than really building and finishing something, that day alone. You can always build beyond that day, before that day.
If we get MLH as a sponsor, do we have to follow the MLH code of conduct?
Yes, every MLH event, whether it be a workshop or a local hack day or hackathon, you do need to follow the MLH code of conduct and the community values. Yes. Before I move on, any other questions?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just a note, like, if you look at how is it, you see one of the things that with hackathon they say is too short. You can't build a project within, these 2 days. This is a nice way to work on a full project, and it's funneling. The build, a lot of people come for the workshop, right? They can attend, nothing great commitment. Build, they have to build something. It gets shorter the number of people doing that. And completing and sharing, it'll be a more smaller set of people. So that's how it's really, it's funneling down to that thing. And it gives you enough sufficient time to build a good full project. If you're a CS student, I think so that's a great way to build on a project work.
Exactly. Like I said, with sponsors, you're definitely encouraged to go out and find sponsors, but it's not really necessary. If you have the venue and you're able to put on the event there, we send you on our end swag and stickers and things like that as well. So you should be set there. But if you do need sponsors for food and snacks, definitely a great way to get that sponsorship. Next, food as far as your event goes. And this applies to not just Learn, but all local hack days. You can serve food if you have the funds. You can purchase catering and bring food in. You should make sure to have volunteers serve the food, and definitely schedule breaks for food. If you just have the venue and you aren't able to provide food or snacks, you should definitely schedule an hour or an hour and a half for folks to be able to go grab food, take a break, and come back. And usually it is a good idea to pick the venue and make sure that there is food, some type of restaurants or fast food in that location or around that location. Finally, the day of local hack day. Like I mentioned before, it's 12 hours long, but you can have it shorter. And it's one track or multiple tracks. So if you want to have 2 separate workshops or more running at the same time for folks to attend, definitely you're free to do that. And like I said, you have the option to do multiple days. And the workshops themselves, I covered this earlier, but local host modules from our local host workshops. You can host your own workshops, and 90 minutes each is the time you should budget for each one. So that is my part of the presentation. Just to get an idea, is the folks here, how many of y'all have organized a local hack day? Okay, gotcha. How many of y'all have attended a local hack day? Gotcha. How many of y'all want to organize and attend a local hack day? There we go. All right. So what questions do y'all have as far as organizing a local hack day goes? Are there any issues or problems that you foresee yourselves running into? We'll start with you.
So we've organized one before, but our issue has been attendance.
Yep.
on just getting people through the door.
Yep.
So how would you recommend in terms of like marketing around campus, around the city, stuff like that?
Gotcha. So as far as marketing goes, and really at the end of the day, you want to get people in your venue, people in those seats. You can go about it a few different ways. Flyers are definitely a great way, putting up flyers across campus. Marketing to other schools in your area, especially if they don't have a local hack day themselves. Marketing to their groups is a great way to do it. Additionally, my favorite way is asking my professors if they will promote for us and give people extra credit for going to local hack day. That has been one of my favorite strategies of going about getting people to hackathons and local hack days. But it's, at the end of the day, it's just about getting creative and trying to explore as many avenues as possible. So whether it be on your campus, in your greater community, or at other schools around your campus, it's really about getting creative. Yes.
So our biggest problem I find is that during December is our exam period, 8 days, and then for April is our exam period.
Yes.
So I'm just wondering, like, is there, what methods would you use to like sort of make it not so time commitment heavy? Because though it's 12 hours long during exam period, it's kind of like a rough time limit to do. So.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of schools right around that time in December especially, and April, that's when they're wrapping up, that's when exams are starting. It really depends. If you think you can do it the week before or the week after maybe, if exams in school isn't done yet, then I would highly recommend doing it on a different day, which is perfectly fine. But for the most part, if you can convince people to come, they'll come. I mean, we've hosted at my local hack days that I've run in the past, we've hosted local hack days the week before exams, and a lot of folks came. And some of them worked on their work there, others, worked after. But it's at the end of the day, it's just trying to read the campus and the student body and make sure that you're timing it correctly. But it really depends on your school.
I actually wanted to add on to David's point. So you see we kind of have the opposite problem. We have too many hackers that want to join, and we don't have the funding or the space for them. In the past, we kind of market it alongside our bigger hackathon and say, if you go to local hack day, you can also get early bird access to NW hacks, and that's like a very big selling point for our hackers. The problem is we have trouble getting enough funding for like a beginner event versus sponsors wanting to sponsor like a bigger, like a more established event. Do you have any extra strategies for us to appeal to those sponsors other than say, hey, we cater to beginners?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the ways you could do it as far as raising those sponsorship dollars goes is if you're also raising money for your main hackathon, you can bundle them together and say, well, you're sponsoring not just one event, but two really big events on our campus, and you'll have two chances for students to collaborate and work with your API or your brand or whatever. Additionally, you could also split it up where you have sponsors for your main event, for your main hackathon, and then you might get smaller community sponsors in your community that are, for lack of a better phrase, smaller mom and pop shops, whether it be for food, a sub shop, let's say, asking them to sponsor, sandwiches, or a local smaller startup based in your community sponsoring for cash. So you can spin it a lot of different ways, and like I said before, just getting creative with it and offering that value, that added value, and spinning it that way will definitely get you very, very far. Cool. Yes?
Does it have to be at school?
So this can be local hack days this year you're able to run them at your school. You're able to run them, let's say you have like you're working for a company, let's say, and your company wants to put one on in their office. You can definitely do that as well. Additionally, you can also do it where it's invitation only, or there's a password protected event page where folks with the password can register for the event. So not just anyone can. So it's entirely up to you. You do have that freedom. Yes.
Thank you.
Cool. Yes.
So these workshops, are these something that you guys provide or something you guys have to explore?
Yes. So if this lets me, come on, there we go. So yes, the workshops are based on our localhost workshops. So these are workshops from companies like Twilio, GitHub, AWS, IBM. Two of the main workshops that we are providing this year are from AWS and IBM. So AWS, I believe, is using AWS to deploy an app or website, and then the IBM workshop will be hacking a mainframe. So those are the main workshops in mainframes, yeah. They still exist. They still exist, yes.
Bank credit cards are going through them.
Exactly. Exactly. But these workshops are, we provide all the documentation for them, and we help prepare you to host the workshops so you or one of the members of your team can put them on. And like I mentioned before, if you have a topic that isn't listed here, you're more than welcome to implement it into your event. So let's say I want to teach, I don't know, R, and teach people how to mine, do data mining stuff. You can definitely teach that if you desire to do so, if you have that knowledge. Additionally, if someone from your community that isn't necessarily an organizer, but let's say they're a professor or a student that's really knowledgeable in a specific subject, wants to teach a workshop, feel free to reach out to folks and see if they would be willing to teach about cool topics. That's also an option as well. So you can implement these workshops however you choose to do so. You really have that freedom to do it however you want.
I can also give another suggestion. If your city has all the offices of either AWS, Amazon, or Microsoft, you can take a workshop and use them as a venue. So I've done the 3 Microsoft Azure workshop. I've done another Microsoft office, and the AWS at the AWS office, and they will go the extra mile to make sure your event gets better because they want to give us good positive vibes.
Exactly, and just on the venue side of things, let me just say, if there is a company in your local community that it's a big company, they're really into hosting events, or they're hiring from your campus, feel free to hit them up. Like, definitely try and find the folks responsible for making things happen there, and see if you can use their offices, see if you can utilize their team even to host workshops as well. It could lead to a lot of things, a lot of positive, great things that, it could be a sponsorship, you could be able to use their venue, and you never know, you might even get them to sponsor your next huge hackathon as well. So it's really about being creative, and we give you the foundation, and we're there to guide you through it, and it's all up to you to make it happen.
So how do we get onto this? How do we find this?
Yes. So you can sign up right now to organize Local Hack Day Learn if you haven't already by going to localhackday.mlh.io/learn. There, you'll be able to sign up for an account if you don't have one already and go through the application process. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 business days for your application to be reviewed, for each section to be reviewed and approved. If there are any issues with your application, or maybe we might recommend some changes, we'll reach out to you. And if you have any questions at all, you can reach us through the application platform. There's a support link on there that'll lead you to a support style chat where you can message us, or you can reach us at localhackday@mlh.io as well. But it's super easy to sign up. Once your application's approved and you've got your venue, you're set, you're ready to go. We will also be opening up attendee registration in the next couple of weeks as well. So once we open that up and you're registered and you're good to go, you can start promoting on your campus, you can start having folks sign up to attend your event, and get ready to go. Additionally, if you're looking through the site, you will find our local Hack Day organizers guide. So this is a Google Doc of everything Local Hack Day Learn related that you'll need, and we do update it periodically as we go along. So this one was updated last on August 19th, and as you're going through it, it'll mention a lot of the same things that I talked about today, from sponsorship to venues to food to registration and so much more. Yes?
So for the workshops again, is it the same structure for preparation and the keeping track of attendance? Is it the same thing where each student would have to like sign in and kind of keep, is it the same structure as like local host, or is it kind of different?
Yes, so it'll be similar where you'll be able to, through the platform, you'll be able to check people in. If they're signed up, you'll be able to check them into your event, and you'll be able to run it through our platform.
Is it an event is the local hack day or each individual workshop separate?
So that we'll have to figure out. I can get back to you on that, but we'll most likely do it where we'll have some type of check-in for each individual workshop as well. But overall, you'll be able to keep track of everything through our platform. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions at all? Is this helpful? Can I? Yeah. Cool. Just want to get like a pulse on the room, see if there's anything y'all need or any other questions. Yes.
When participants apply to register essentially to come to the event, they essentially fill out a form, right?
Yep.
And then at the actual event, they register and say that they are here.
Yep.
I'm wondering if you could send us the information that you report, like just not the actual information, but like the form, the outline of what you report, so that we can compare it in that sense.
Yeah. That will be, I believe that should be through the platform. You'll be able to see everything on there. Yeah. Any other questions at all? No? Who's going to organize a local hack day now? Thank you. And if y'all have any other questions around the rest of the day, feel free to let me know. You can also reach us at localhackday@mlh.io. And thank you all for coming. I hope this was super helpful, and I hope to see each and every one of you organizing and attending a local Hack Day event. Thank you.
Thank you.